Okay, so full disclosure, I have never seen Casablanca. I do know of the famous line right here, of all the places in all the world you chose to walk into mine, blah blah blah. Yep, I do know that one. But I am not a big movie buff, so if I don't get some of the references or don't react appropriately to some of them, please forgive me. I'm here for Sylus. Also, just that scene is so good. The kissing against the door scene. Oh, this Kindle's gonna go nuts. I really hope that the theories that I saw floating around online of it being her hallucination turn out to be fairly wrong. I have managed to stay spoiler free, even though everybody's posting spoilers all over the place already. So fingers crossed. Hey there, folks. I'm Rhiow, a variety content creator with a focus on story building and romance games, leaning towards cozy, but not always. You can catch me live on Twitch every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at 6 p.m. EST. Where am I? The blood-red sunset pierces my eyes. I look down to find the ground covered with withered plants. I lift my long skirt, freeing the hem from the sharp thorns. Weird. These aren't my clothes. Trudging over the dead branches with unsteady steps, I soon reach the only building in sight. It's a villa with crumbling facade. The intricate patterns on the gate and the towering stone pillars on either side speak of the owner's former prestige and glory. But now, the estate has clearly fallen on hard times. Even the brass plaque bearing the address is somehow blackened, making it hard to read. I feel like I've seen this place before. Suddenly, an image identical to the scene flashes through my mind. Isn't this a scene from that movie?
Miss!
What? I turn around to see a young girl running toward me excitedly.
You're back! Oh, this is wonderful. There may still be hope for Casa Winery yet.
Casa Winery? Before I can say anything, she opens the gate and pulls me inside. I listen to her tearful, fragmented explanation while taking in the damaged leather sofas and velvet curtains. The situation becomes clear. I've been pulled into the world of the movie Sylus and I were just watching. We've been isekai'd! We've been isekai'd! Oh no. We die in the movie, do we die in real life?
Miss, are you truly going to sell these wines?
Wait, we've been in this for a week? If we don't, we'll be living off the grapes in the backyard for the rest of our lives.
But your great-grandmother spent her life collecting these precious vintages.
Right now, our priority is keeping the winery afloat. Besides, selling these is the only way we can afford to keep the winemakers on. I place 2 bottles into a crate and have it loaded onto the carriage before climbing in without hesitation. As the villa's silhouette fades into the distance, I silently give myself a pep talk. I hope I haven't made the wrong bet. A week ago, Sylus and I visited a newly opened immersive private theater. We chose this film because every other option was something one of us had already seen. Never have I thought that when the movie barely begun, its opening shots panning across the city crumbling in the flames of war, I'd found myself transported into the world within. It's been a whole week. I haven't found Sylus, I haven't found a way out of here, and now I'm running out of money. If I'd known that this was what immersive meant, I would have insisted on a rom-com.
Miss, this is the bar you mentioned.
The carriage comes to a stop. Violet turns to look at me, her eyes filled with hesitation.
Are you sure you want to go in? This bar only opened a year ago, and it's already the most popular place in town. But I've heard the owner is not a man to be crossed.
Oh, that's exactly where I want to go. I think I know who that might be. That's exactly why I need to be in there. This is the only place that can buy all our wine in one go. Oh, so they're rich too. Yeah, no, it's Sylus. It's 100% Sylus. If you want to do business, you find someone who can afford to pay. MC's been learning so much from hanging out with Sylus. If Sylus were here, I know he'd make the same call. I still have no leads on Sylus's whereabouts, but just the thought of him fills me with a little more resolve and courage. I smooth down my skirt, make sure the pistol at my waist is hidden, and push open the door. Isn't this supposed to be an old-timey... Like old-timey, winery and movie set? Why is there an espresso machine? And metal industrial bar stools? Night has barely fallen, yet the bar is already buzzing with life. I weave through the crowd, only to find the very person I've been dreaming of standing right there at the bar. Okay, so here's the other question. It's been a week. He's been trapped in this movie too. Why didn't Sylus come looking for us? Sylus? Sylus, dressed in a velvet suit, leans against the bar. Hearing my voice, he slowly raises his head.
You looking for something?
Why didn't his lips move? I've been looking for you ever since I got here, for a whole week. And here you are, relaxing, with a drink, this whole time. I reach out to grab Sylus's arm. But before I can even reach his sleeve, he seizes my wrist and effortlessly pins it behind my back? Sylus, we're in public. What?
I don't care to be manhandled, least of all by drunks.
What is he doing? Is this Sylus lifts his chin, and two men in black coats standing in the corner immediately approach with deference.
Get her out of here before she causes a scene.
What do you mean, before I cause a scene? I'm not drunk. Okay, I might be causing a scene.
No? You sound as though you are.
I stare at Sylus in disbelief, struggling to break free, but I can't budge him an inch. The cloak draped over my shoulders slips through during the struggle. As he reaches for it, his gaze suddenly falls to my neck. I'm still wearing the heirloom necklace I dug out before leaving, hoping it would make me help me make an impression.
Casa Winery?
Yes, I'm staying there now. Before I can finish, Sylus pulls the cloak tightly around me, covering me completely.
Never heard of it. Send her back.
What? I'm having a confuse. After much struggle, I finally managed to convince Sylus that I actually have business to attend to, narrowly avoiding being shipped back to the winery along with the wine. In the VIP room on the second floor of the bar, Sylus lowers his gaze to the wine case laid open before me.
Quite a scene earlier. Was all that just to sell wine?
Under Sylus's piercing gaze, I steel myself and nod. Yes, I know you have no shortages of suppliers, Mr. Sylus, so I had to come up with a way to get your attention. Well, I'm not completely lying. I'm not sure what went wrong, but after that ordeal, I'm certain of one thing. He has lost all memory of Lincoln City. This isn't our Sylus. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Not wanting to actually be treated as a troublemaker, I push down my swirling emotions and bring up a topic that might pique Sylus's interest. But whether in Lincoln City or this world, getting close to Sylus and earning his trust won't be easy. You can try the wine I brought. Consider it my apology for being reckless earlier. Afraid that taking more might give me Afraid that talking more might give me away, I awkwardly change the subject and bend down to retrieve the most expensive bottle from the case. Anyway, let's see if this can help turn Sylus's impression of me around. Sylus seems to see through my intentions. He raises an eyebrow, but doesn't press further. The bartender glances at Sylus. After receiving his approval, he uncorks the bottle and pours the wine into an empty glass on my table. Sylus picks up the glass and takes a sip.
A fine wine indeed.
Casa Winery has many more like this. Would you be interested?
Depends on the price.
I write a number on the table with my finger. This is the price for most people. But you're an exception. I can give you 50% off.
A reckless way to do business, isn't it? You risk losing everything.
If I want something from you, I have to be willing to pay the price first. I'm just skipping the unnecessary back and forth and laying my cards on the table. Sylus responds with a non-committal smile and signals the bartender to retrieve a bottle from the cabinet behind him. A glass is poured and handed to me. I raise the glass to my lips and take a sip. It's every bit as good as what I brought.
You have it all planned out, I see. Then I'm sure you know a small discount is hardly an incentive for me. I have a better idea. Care to guess what it is?
Is it that I have to give it to you for free? Because I can't do that. His slender fingers brush over the leather case on the table. They linger a few seconds longer on the Casa Winery engraving. This reminds me of why I chose this bar in the first place. Besides selling wine, I have another deal to make. Though I didn't get to finish the movie, I remember the synopsis mentioning that the bar owner secretly deals in intelligence. Of course he does. My original plan was to use this intel to strike a deal with the owner, have them keep an ear out for any news related to Sylus. I never expected the owner to be Sylus himself. However, it seems he's thinking the exact same thing. The vineyard may have been destroyed, but the transport channels Casa Winery established are still intact. I can guarantee these channels are discreet and secure enough for you to safely relay any messages you want delivered. This way, I can also learn more about Sylus in this world. And maybe I can find some excuses to drop by the bar and see him more often. The amusement in Sylus's eyes deepens, yet he stays silent, his gaze fixed on me as if contemplating something. Everything around us seems to fall silent, leaving the only sound his fingers tapping against the tabletop, each one echoing in my heart. Fine wine deserves to be in the hands of someone who truly appreciates it. Wouldn't you agree? Sylus's fingers come to a stop. A faint, almost imperceptible smile tugs at the corners of his lips as he gently raises his glass.
Lady from Casa Winery, I find you far more interesting than the wine you brought.
Ooh. I'll pick up my glass as well.
Here's to a fruitful partnership.
Sylus purchases every last bottle of wine from Castle Winery just as promised, and the winery finally resumes operations. I even have some extra money now, enough to continue attending the parties hosted by the city's elite. I heard Sylus accepted the invitation too, but I haven't spotted him anywhere. Never mind. I'll just hide out here for a bit before the banquet starts. I close the lounge door behind me and glance around the room. An eye-catching hunting rifle hangs on the wall. I walk over to examine the antique firearm, something I've only seen in movies.
A side-by-side double-barreled shotgun. The design makes the hammers easier to cock. Most early hunting guns were built this way.
Of course you know that.
It's a bit old-fashioned these days, I'm afraid.
Ooh, they put him in his wedding outfit. Oh. I turn to see Sylus in an elegant suit, leaning against the doorframe and watching me with obvious interest. Sylus, you're here too.
It's been a while. Thought I'd stop by to see my new friend.
What a coincidence. I came because I was thinking of you too. We exchange our greetings, but I have a feeling Sylus has other reasons for showing up at an event like this. Sylus closes the door and walks over to me, a hint of amusement flickering in his eyes.
Well fed, well dressed. No longer looking like a stray, I say.
Excuse me? Homeless? I'm the owner of Castle Winery.
And more confident, too.
I clench my fist. Sylus, I'm not a stray cat.
Not anymore.
You're impossible. I pout and turn away, reaching out to the rifle hanging on the wall.
You like it that much?
It takes more than words to defend a winery. I need to have some skills.
You'd need something a little lighter, easier to carry.
Sylus pulls my hand down and draws me toward him. Before I can react, he lifts the hem of his suit jacket, revealing a pistol holstered at his waist. We're so close. The familiar warmth radiating from Sylus makes me lose myself for a second. If he were still in Lincoln City, I'd snatch his gun without hesitation and use it as an excuse to hug him.
Interested? You seem rather taken with it.
I'm rather taken with the man holding it. I'll have to try it first to know if it suits me. Sylus raises an eyebrow and places the gun in my hand. I examine its slender barrel and the delicate engravings on the grip, simple and antique, yet exquisitely crafted. I grip it with practice ease, aim, and then lower it. Relaxing my grip, I spin the gun around on my finger twice.
Now I'm curious what you do in your spare time.
Oh, aren't you just? Nothing like what you're imagining, I can assure you. I lift my chin, ready to demonstrate my professional hunter skills to Sylus. However, when I try to eject the magazine, I realize I'm only holding the grip. The bullets are stored in the front of the trigger. My hand waits for a magazine that never comes. I awkwardly adjust my cuff to cover the fumble.
What? Why stop the little show?
Oh! I was just about to check the condition of the bullets. Several bullets appear in Sylus's palm.
Here. Please do help me load the rest of them, Miss Expert.
Oh, rage bait, rage bait, rage bait. Sylus steps closer and leans down, his gaze fixed on me as if he's watching my reaction carefully.
This one is a bit more difficult, isn't it?
His teasing smile instantly ignites my competitive spirit. Says who? I'm just not that familiar with it. After a moment of observation, I finally figure out its basic structure. Brimming with confidence, I pull back the bolts. With a sharp click, it freezes in place, completely jammed. What? After a long pause, I look up and sheepishly turn to Sylus with a pleading gaze.
What's that look for?
You know what I mean. Sylus folds his arms, watching me with an unhurried amusement.
I've made my point as well. I'm sure you catch my drift, don't you?
I press the gun back into his palm, but I don't let go of his hand. Sylus, teach me.
Is that a request or a command?
Sylus flicks aside a small metal piece and smoothly pulls back the bolt, revealing the bullets hidden inside.
You had the right idea. You do need to pull back the bolt and load the rounds from the top with this one. One more step at the start, and you'd have had it.
Realizing I was just one step away from success, I can't help but grumble under my breath. Even just loading it takes so many steps. What's an antique?
The lady's got high standards, I see. This actually is the latest model.
Forgot I was in an old-timey movie for a moment there.
Aside from me, you're the second person ever to touch it.
Don't tell me you've modified it already. Silas's smile says it all. And you still let me try to load it? You did that on purpose.
You seem to be enjoying yourself. I didn't want to spoil it.
Just as I'm about to retort, a sudden knock at the door interrupts me.
The banquet is about to begin. You may come downstairs now.
I turn to look at Sylus, only to find him sunk deep into a nearby armchair. That guy just told us to head down.
I heard, but I don't want to.
Seeing that I have no intention of leaving, Sylus sits up slightly and rubs between his eyebrows.
It's too noisy down there. I'd like a moment to myself. Alone.
Oh. He says that he needs to rest, yet he makes no move to close his eyes. We were just chatting moments ago, and now he's suddenly trying to get rid of me. Thinking back to that conveniently timed knock, it all makes sense. So that's why Sylus is here. He must be meeting someone. All right, once you're done resting, make sure to come find me downstairs. Inside the banquet hall, men loudly debate over the war, adding a layer of tedium to the already noisy atmosphere. Out of the corner of my eye, I spot a young man in a uniform slipping quietly up to the second floor. His destination is clearly the lounge where Sylus is waiting. Is that who Sylus plans to meet? I keep one eye on the staircase while making idle conversation with the ladies nearby. Then one of them suddenly brings up the hunting rifle in the lounge.
That hunting rifle is said to be Lady Lisa's personal favorite. Apparently the handle is studded with diamonds. Come along and have a look. Leave the men to their dreary business.
Remembering that Sylus is still likely discussing business in the very room they mentioned, I steel myself and loosen my grip on the wine glass. In an instant, the dark liquid trails down my dress.
Oh, look at your dress. Here, use my shawl to cover the stain.
I'm fine. I just got a little distracted. Seeing that their attention has been successfully diverted, I fidget with the hem of my skirt and deliberately put on a sorrowful expression.
But you do look pale, my dear. Is something the matter?
Actually... Stealing my resolve, I improvise a tale of unrequited love for a certain bar owner. By the time I finish my scattered, disjointed tale, everyone has completely forgotten about the hunting rifle and is now looking at me with complicated expressions.
Oh, how unfortunate. I heard he associates with all sorts of unsavory characters. He has a rather complicated background. If I were you, my dear, I would be careful with my assets if I had to do business with him.
Indeed. My father says the military has been after him for quite some time. Who knows how he made his money?
Committing to seeing this act through, I continue to wear an expression of unwavering devotion. But he's the one who helped me when my winery was at its lowest. Though that was the result of my persuasion. He's shrewd and capable in business, and he never takes advantage of anyone. Though he never lets me get the upper hand either. Anyway, to me, Sylus is truly better than anyone else. The other ladies exchange glances. Judging by their expressions, they probably think I'm beyond saving. But at least I accomplished my goal. I breathe a sigh of relief, only for a low chuckle to sound from behind me.
Am I really that wonderful?
Oh no. I turn to find that Sylus has somehow slipped out of the lounge and is standing right behind me. Seeing me frozen in place, Sylus graciously extends his arm to me.
Shame I only caught the epilogue. Why don't you fill me in on what I missed?
I nod with feigned bashfulness and walk out of the banquet hall with Sylus, the worried gazes of the ladies following us. Moonlight carves out a secluded corner of the courtyard. I let go of Sylus's arm and take a few deep breaths of fresh air. How did things go? Sylus raises an eyebrow but says nothing. You sent me away. Don't tell me you actually wanted to take a nap on someone else's couch.
Quick on the uptake, aren't you?
If you really wanted to keep it from me, you wouldn't have used such a flimsy excuse.
The negotiations fell through. They're even more calculating than a businessman like me. They only care to drag out the war for as long as it profits them.
Sylus walks over to a meticulously maintained car parked in the courtyard. He opens the passenger door and holds out his hand to me. Isn't it impolite to leave early without notice?
Not everyone deserves courtesy. Some deserve to be ignored.
That's very fair, honestly. I might have to steal that one.
Unless you'd rather stay and listen to them drone on until midnight.
No, I'm good. Remembering the people at the table who treated war like a wager, I get in without hesitation. Fine by me. I don't want to come back to a place like this anyway. The car starts and Sylus floors the gas pedal. The engine's roar shatters the courtyard's silence. The brightly lit villa quickly fades from sight. In the pitch-black night, only the headlights cast a warm glow.
When Casa Winery's latest batch is ready, I'll place my order.
Surprised, I look at Sylus. I really didn't expect you to offer help like this.
So, all those praises earlier were merely for show.
Oh, you heard more than I thought. How could it be? I meant every single word. See? You're lending me a hand again. This proves I wasn't lying.
The channels you provide are useful. I see no reason not to continue this arrangement.
The car slows down. Sylus turns to look at me, a hint of curiosity in his eyes.
You on the other hand, you know exactly what I do, yet you've never asked where my information goes or to whom.
I kind of fucked up on my character motivation there, didn't I?
You sure you want to place that much trust in me?
Because I know how good you are. Sylus smiles and looks away, his expression clearly showing he doesn't believe a word I said. I let out a sigh. It seems like in this world, I have to give Sylus a reasonable explanation every time before he'll let his guard down. Times are turbulent. Sooner or later, the flames of war will reach everyone, no matter how much wealth or status they once had. But tonight, not a single person in that banquet hall wanted to face reality, except you. You never let yourself fall into disadvantage. Being with you is the best option I have.
You should think this through. Everything you've heard is true. My dealings are not exactly clean, and the military and I do not see eye to eye.
The scene somehow reminds me of my time in Lincoln City. Identity and allegiance have never stood between me and Sylus. It's the same here. If I were afraid of the danger, I never would have walked into your bar that day. Sylus, we're the same. True kindred spirits.
And how's that?
The car comes to a stop. I look outside. The winery stands quiet with only a few small lights glowing in the darkness. This is my home in this world. Sylus opens the car door, takes my hand, and helps me out.
This is the road that leads to your world.
But that doesn't mean I can't go on a path that leads me to your bar, right? A cool breeze drifts through the night as we stroll along the path outside the winery. I don't let go of his hand, and he seems to have forgotten about it too. Sylus and I savor this undisturbed peace until Violet opens the front door and steps out with a lantern to greet me.
You haven't seen the half of my bar.
Then if I want to drop by more often to get to know another side of your life, would you be okay with that?
Come whenever you like. I've already made arrangements. From now on, your tab's on me.
In the months that follow, the winemaking goes smoothly. I even hire people to restore an undamaged section of the vineyard for a new batch of grapes. Sylus reserves the entire first batch of wine, giving me the perfect excuse to drop by his bar every few days. Everything seems to be headed in the right direction. One ordinary night, I accept Sylus's invitation and head into the bar with the order forms and contracts in my hand. Wow, I cannot speak. But when I see the silent alley, the closed doors, and the closed sign hanging outside, I freeze. Since arriving in this world, this is the first time I've seen the place so quiet. What's going on? Didn't we agree to meet tonight?
That doesn't mean the bar has to be open.
Oh, we're going on a date. The door swings open and Sylus takes my hand. Only a single light illuminates the room.
What do you want to drink?
You're making it for me?
There's no one else around to do it.
In that case, I'll have a Ramos Gin Fizz. It's also a drink Sylus often ordered back in Lincoln City.
Good choice.
Sylus smiles and tosses the gin and other ingredients into the shaker with practiced ease. He picks up the shaker and begins to shake. At first, I watch with amusement, searching for any hint of strain on his face. But even after 12 full minutes of shaking, he doesn't so much as furrow his brow. If anything, there's a hint of pleasure in his focus. He seems even more relaxed than usual. The cocktail flows into the glass, meeting the sparkling water at the bottom with a soft fizz. Dense foam rises from the rim like lava, yet it holds its shape perfectly. Not a single drop spills over. Arms tired yet? I teasingly poke Silas's arm, then give his firm muscles a squeeze. Sylus pulls my hand down and presses the glass into it. What's with the 5-star service tonight? I eye him suspiciously as I bite down on the straw. Sweet, tangy freshness floods my mouth. At the same time, a compact pistol slides across the counter toward me.
Latest model. Compact and lightweight. Perfect for you. What's wrong? I thought you liked guns.
A faint bitterness seeps into my cocktail. My fingers trace the sleek new gift before me, but my earlier excitement fades. Where are you going?
You caught on quickly.
Things haven't exactly been peaceful lately. And besides, you smell like gunpowder.
A nose as sharp as a kitten's. The bar will be closed for 5 days, but it won't affect your next batch of orders.
He raises his glass, offering no further explanation. So that's what the cocktail and the gun were for. You're planning to leave me here all by myself.
Just handling some business out of town.
What kind of business needs you to shut down the bar and take everyone with you?
Exactly the kind you've heard about and guessed at.
I'm coming with you.
This is no place for you.
Sylus, I'm not some helpless little winery heiress.
I never said you were.
You don't trust me then? Sylus doesn't answer. He steps out from behind the bar and tucks the compact gun beneath the hem of my skirt. Wait. Beneath the hem of my... The hem is the bottom. The hem is the the hem is the bottom of the... Where's that gun going?
Keep it handy. You might need it while I'm gone. And stay away from the bar.
I take the gun, letting out a heavy sigh in my heart. I can't deny that I'm still completely in the dark. Once Sylus makes up his mind, no one can change it. Five days later. The bar reopens, but Sylus is nowhere to be seen. My glass has been long empty. Condensation trails down its surface, pooling on the bar counter before slowly evaporating with the passing hours. The last customer settles their tab and leaves. The two bartenders nod at me before heading to the warehouse to tidy up. When is he coming back? As the clock strikes midnight, the bell above the door chimes once more. At last, I see that familiar silhouette. I set down my glass and rush to the entrance, only to find Sylus staring at me with a stern expression.
It's past closing time. You shouldn't be here.
I'm about to argue when the sharp metallic scent of blood fills my nostrils. My head buzzes. I grab Sylus by the arm and pull him toward the now empty bar counter. Before he can refuse, I fling open his coat and find a large bloodstain spreading across his shirt. A knife wound? Did you do any first aid? How can you just stand there like nothing's wrong?
It's nothing. You should...
Before Sylus can finish, the chime at the door rings frantically. I look up and see a figure in a black coat with a hat pulled low, rushing into the bar. With no time to think, I immediately push Sylus under the bar counter.
Where's the man who just came in?
I step out from behind the bar, watching him, my hand on the gun hidden at my waist. What man?
You'd better cooperate, miss. Otherwise...
A flash of silver, his knife thrust towards my neck. But But I'm faster. With instincts honed through the countless battles in Lincoln, I twist his knife hand away in an instant. Then I deliver a hard kick straight to his groin. Those who underestimate their enemies are always the first to fall. I chamber around and press the muzzle firmly against his forehead. Almost simultaneously, the bartenders who left earlier rush out from the warehouse, restrain the man, and drag him toward the back. It seems they were expecting him.
A nice welcome, shoving me under the bar like that. I nearly cracked my head.
Sylus has already pulled himself up by the edge of the counter. He wraps his arms around me. Hearing his relaxed tone, it slowly dawns on me. You lured him here on purpose?
It's easier to deal with things on my own turf.
I calm down a little. I glance at Sylus, who looks completely unfazed, and I realize I let my concern get the better of me. As if Sylus couldn't handle something like this on his own, he certainly didn't need me to cover for him. It's because I was worried about you. Don't laugh at me.
Laugh at you. First you shove me under the counter. Then you send a man flying with a kick. Who would dare?
That is a good point. We just shoved Sylus straight under the bar counter. Good job, MC. Good job. If you keep teasing me, I'm leaving. I turn to leave, but Sylus immediately reaches out and pulls me back. Did that pull at your wound? Let me take a look. The way Sylus carried himself just now almost made me believe the blood on him belonged to his enemies, not himself. But now I see he's hurt after all.
It's just a graze.
I cut open his bloodied shirt to reveal a long, winding red mark across his shoulder, along with burn marks. You call this a graze?
The bullet grazed me. It didn't hit.
I pick up the alcohol and gauze and begin cleaning Sylus's wound.
That look suggests you're about to show your claws, kitten. And now you're ignoring me.
Hearing his nonchalant tone, I press down a little harder than necessary.
Oh, you're truly angry with me.
And you like it. I turn my head away and continue wrapping the bandage in silence.
Those men were scouts from a rival faction. They tried to pry information out of me, and I wiped out their entire base. I didn't want you caught up in this, but you're even more persistent than I expected.
Yes, I am. I tie off the end of the bandage and look up at him. Sylus, you never used to explain yourself this much. If you're willing to share your secrets with me, does that mean you're no longer shutting me out?
If you mean this bar, I never shut you out. But if you mean here...
Sylus takes my hand and presses it against his chest. This part of him remains unstained by blood. Beneath the soft fabric, his heart beats steady and strong.
I'll admit, it does want you to come closer. Don't answer yet.
Sylus's cool finger presses against my lips.
If you want to stand by my side, you must be prepared to step into a different world. It won't be like the times you've covered for me before. You can still walk away now.
I take his hand and press it against my own chest. Maybe you're the one who hasn't made up your mind. Whatever dangers lie ahead, I want to face them with you. I don't know why I was brought to this world, or when I'll be able to return to Lincoln City, or what dangers still await me. But the one thing I know for certain is that I don't want Sylus to get hurt. He gazes into my eyes. I hold his stare, refusing to back down.
Relax. Next time I'm taking you with me, whether you like it or not.
You better keep your word. I lower my gaze to see fresh blood seeping through the bandage again, and I feel a sharp ache in the same spot on my own chest. A wound like this, if it were the Sylus from Lincoln City, it would have nearly healed by now. But in this world, it will take longer, leaving behind lingering pain and scars. If only you were immortal.
I don't want that.
Why?
If you cling too tightly to something, you'll lose it. If I really did have that kind of power, I'd have to pay an even greater price for it. And that version of me wouldn't necessarily be happier than I am now.
Sylus ruffles my hair with his uninjured hand. Oh, the little ties to actual Lincoln Sylus. Oh, my heart.
So don't lose yourself in dreams, kitten. What's right in front of us is all we have.
The bar shields us from the cold night wind, and his hand has grown warm. It's true. Even if I can't return to Lincoln City, even if the future remains uncertain, as long as I'm with Sylus, there will always be hope. A few days later, Sylus asked me to meet him at a photo studio, saying he wants to take a picture together.
Sir, could you smile a little more, please?
Oh no! Oh no! The poor photo studio owner asking Sylus to smile more. Oh no.
Sir, please relax. Maybe just try a little smile?
Oh
no. You know what? Let's try something else. Please move a little closer. It'll look more intimate.
Sylus doesn't object. He leans in close and rests his hand on my shoulder.
Now what?
It's okay. Just say what's on your mind. The photo studio owner hesitates, but eventually voices his concern in a hushed tone.
Miss, this gentleman, it looks as though he's holding you hostage.
I rest my forehead against Sylus's shoulder, my body trembling with laughter. The man beside me takes a deep breath, holding it for a long moment before slowly letting it out.
Is it truly so amusing?
I look up and wipe tears of laughter from the corners of my eyes. Don't worry about his expression, sir. Just count to 3, then hit the shutter.
All right. 1, 2...
I lean in close to Sylus and plant a quick kiss on his cheek. Sylus looks at me in surprise, his gaze meeting my beaming smile.
3!
In this day and age, getting photos developed is quite the ordeal. We wait for most of the day before finally receiving our 2 pictures. Sitting in Sylus's car, I study the photo in my hands. You have me to thank for that gorgeous smile.
It doesn't look like me at all.
Despite his words, Sylus carefully tucks his photo away, slipping it into the inner pocket of his coat, close to his chest. What made you want to take a photo together?
That's the last photo studio still open in the city. It's closing next week, though.
I lean out the car window and see the photo studio owner hanging a closed sign on the door. Is it because of the war?
The front lines are drawing nearer. Soon there won't be much room left for business, including the photo studios.
I catch a faint hint of wistfulness in Sylus's voice. They're closing down their livelihood. What will happen to them after this?
Sell everything and go home. Better to spend your last moments with family than to be surrounded by cold machinery.
The city is desolate. Sylus's car suddenly feels like the most alive thing on the street. the war ever reaches this place. I can't bring myself to finish the thought. Silence fills the car as we both stare at the road ahead. A young couple driving a horse-drawn cart slowly passes from the other end of the road. Their luggage is neatly tied down. They must be leaving too. Sylus slows down, giving them more room on the road.
I don't have a home.
What I meant was, do you have a plan in mind?
It's simple. The only person I want to see lives in this city. So I won't let the flames of war reach this place.
I lower my head and look at the photo in my hands. Was Sylus's invitation really just to have a memento? The moment the car pulls up to the winery entrance, I sense something is wrong. Several patrol cars from the peacekeeping force are parked outside the gates. The sound of arguing drifts out from over the courtyard. Sylus and I follow the commotion and find two sheriffs headed our way, a stranger in their grip.
Mr. Sylus, we meet again.
One of the sheriffs offers Sylus a smile before turning to me.
Miss, a thief broke into the vineyard, but don't worry, he didn't cause any damage. We'll be patrolling the winery from now on. If you need anything, send for us, and we'll come at once.
The patrol cars start up and the sheriffs drive off with the thief in tow. I turn to look at Sylus, already piecing things together. Back when the winery was nearly destroyed, the sheriffs kept brushing off my requests for help, claiming they were too busy. But they're so eager to help today. I have a feeling I know who to thank for that. How'd you pull that off? I thought you weren't exactly on good terms.
The man we caught in the bar wasn't some ordinary criminal. I handed him over to the military. It was only fair they returned the favor.
But doesn't that mean your business dealings are now exposed too?
They've known all along. They just never had any proof. So they had to move against me quietly. But it's all out in the open now. The war is growing worse. And they know there is information they can only get through me. And I'd rather not see the contract I signed turn into a pile of wood chips and fertilizer.
Fair. Sylus smiles and reaches out, casually running his fingers along the lush vines and broad green leaves on the wooden trellis. Clusters of tiny flower spikes peeks out from between the green branches. The delicate white blossoms sway with the breeze, looking as if they might scatter at any moment.
This is your home. It shouldn't be destroyed by war.
I look at Sylus, thinking about the photo invitation and all these safeguards he's put into place. It feels as if a replay of that farewell at the bar. Unease lingers in my heart. Perhaps before long, he'll leave again. The happiness I feel now is small and fragile as those flowers blooming in the vineyard. This vineyard wouldn't be what it is today without you. If you ever want it to be, this place can be your home too.
If someone had said that to me before, I'd have told them not to trouble themselves over something so unnecessary.
And now? Sylus wraps his arms around my waist and pulls me into his embrace.
I like the idea of having a place to call home.
The peaceful days feel like the calm before the storm, happy yet clouded with unease. After spending a tranquil stretch of time with Sylus at the vineyard, a larger war finally breaks out. The town hasn't been affected yet, but many soldiers have arrived and patrols now circle the vineyard. A few days later, a general visits the estate, claiming he has matters to discuss with Sylus. When Sylus comes to find me, I'm standing at the vineyard helping Violet harvest this year's final batch of grapes.
Are you picking grapes or gathering leaves?
Only then do I realize I'm clutching a withered yellow leaf in my hand.
Mr. Sylus, the lady has been worried about you the whole time. I've already picked out dozens of leaves she tossed into the basket.
Give it to me.
Sylus takes the scissors away from my hand. Violet lets out a sigh of relief and quietly retreats behind a more distant section of the grape trellis.
You're frowning. What's on your mind?
With his free hand, he taps the spot between my brows, then curls his finger to gently smooth over my eyebrows. You already know the answer to that. What did the general want with you?
A collaboration. The fighting is drawing nearer, and the front lines need more information.
He wants you to go to the front lines?
Yes. I figured you'd already guessed as much.
I had a feeling ever since you took me to take that photo together. Sylus strokes my head, his broad hand gliding up through my hair before gently twirling the ends between his fingers.
Relax. I won't be going to fight. I'll just be managing the intelligence network. The next shipment of wine will have to wait until I return.
Sylus, I'm coming with you. Just as I expected, Sylus shakes his head.
No. You're staying here. This is your home. You belong here.
I look at Violet bustling about the vineyard, at the flourishing vines heavy with grapes, at the clear, cloudless sky. It's all beautiful, but this beauty will remain even without me and Sylus. I don't belong here, Sylus. The business was just an excuse. You're the only one I've ever cared about. I can't just sit here doing nothing while you're out there risking your life. Sylus raises his hand and gently brushes my cheek. I don't even realize tears have been streaming down my face until I see the dampness on his fingers.
When did I ever ask you to stand aside and do nothing?
Last time you said a bunch of vague things, vanished for 5 days, and came back covered in wounds.
It's not nice to hold a grudge, kitten.
Seeing that I'm still glaring at him, Sylus leans down, rests both hands on my shoulders, and looks at me earnestly.
It's different this time. I need you to stay here. I've secured the transport routes for Casa Winery, and I need you to keep an eye on them. The military knows nothing about these routes. You're the only one I can trust with this.
Sylus pulls a letter from inside his coat and presses it into my hands.
My life is in your hands now.
I unfold the letter. It's covered in dense writing, nodes of the intelligence network, contact codes, and methods to verify whether the intel is authentic.
The more information I have from the battlefield, the better my odds. I need you.
I fold the letter and rest my head against his chest. When are you leaving?
Tomorrow, early.
Sylus's voice reaches my ears, muffled through his chest.
While I'm gone, remember to look at our photo every day. Do not forget me.
For the rest of that day, we never let go of each other's hands. From the vineyard to the sofa in the villa, we savor every second before our goodbye. Words of farewell linger in my heart, but even as I return to the bedroom and bury myself in the covers, I can't bring myself to say them. It's as if by never saying a proper goodbye, we'll never have to face the true parting. After a sleepless night, I step out of the bedroom and stand in the hall, taking in everything around me. Before I know it, it's already the next day.
Were you up all night? I'm about to leave. Nothing you want to say? You're making me miss my only train, kitten.
Good, then we won't have to say goodbye today.
I'm doing this so we can have something more lasting.
Nothing here was ever meant to last.
Let me try at least. Then I'll have no regret. It wouldn't feel right to leave without sharing one last dance.
The song from when we first met at the bar. You still remember it?
Some people. The moment they appear in your life, you know you'll remember them and miss them.
Sylus, don't get hurt. Don't die.
You once said you wished I were immortal. Now, I believe I am. I'll take a rain check on that kiss. For when we meet again.
Oh, this is so well done. I wasn't expecting this bit. I mean, we saw it in the trailer, but... No! No. Half a year later. Half a year? How long have we been isekai? No matter what anyone says, I have to see him for myself before I believe it. Oh, that smile.
Miss, surprised to see me?
That was a gorgeous scene. The moment the door opens, time frozen by a promise begins to flow once more. No matter how our story is rewritten through all the twists and turns, he will always find his way back into my life. All I can do now is embrace him again at our reunion, embrace everything most precious to me. With tears and with a kiss that speaks louder than 1,000 words left unspoken. Before our lingering kiss can reach its end, a solemn and melancholic melody suddenly drifts into my ears, growing clearer by the second. I open my eyes to find that we've somehow returned from the sofa into the villa to the screening room. An impatient breath escapes from beside me. Sylus rubs his temples, seemingly still adjusting to the memories flooding his mind. Then he turns, scooping me up from where I'm sitting, and walks off. The next day, I have no choice but to call in sick.
Are you really okay? You sound so weak and your voice is all hoarse.
They play what I think they're playing. Oh. I'm fine.
Okay then. I won't keep you from resting. See you tomorrow.
A hand reaches out from under the covers and pulls me back into its warmth.
If your voice is hoarse, you should be making fewer calls.
I nestle into Sylus's embrace, but I can't help giving a poke to his chest. And whose fault is that?
The movie? For being too immersive?
That was a movie you picked out.
I'm trying to make it up to you, aren't I?
If you really want to make it up to me, take me to a comedy next time.
Then you'll be waiting a while. After you told Luke about this yesterday, he dragged Kieran and Mephisto there, saying they'd put on an even better show. When they got there, the place was already deserted. They couldn't find so much as a kernel of popcorn.
Sylus takes out his phone. In the chat history, Kieran had sent him a photo earlier this morning. The street looks exactly the same. How did it just... A large hand reaches over and ruffles my hair.
Is that so bad? Whoever arranged it, at least it was a private screening just for us.
Except for we could have been trapped in there forever. It's just, I feel like I still have an unfulfilled wish. My gaze drifts to a table in the distance. On it sits an antique record player, one of Sylus's collectibles. Of course, its design differs slightly from the one in the Castle Winery, and the sound quality is better, too. Back then, I thought that if you came back safe, we'd be able to dance together again. I still remember the melody from that day. Sylus drapes his robe over his shoulders, wraps his arm around my waist, and lifts me off the bed.
It's not too late to dance now.
The music begins. It's a different song from before, one that's more tender and wistful. Just like our parting dance half a year ago, we see only each other's reflection in our eyes and nothing else.
When you were alone, did you ever dream of this dance?
What do you think?
You're quite skilled. You must have been rehearsing every day.
You're even more so. You must have been thinking about me every waking moment. Sylus tightens his arm around my waist, pressing me closer to him.
To keep going in a place like that, you need something to look forward to.
Oh, so you were looking forward to dancing?
You've gotten quite good at playing dumb.
I smile and rest my head on Sylus's shoulder. In the original movie, what kept the protagonist going? From what I read in the synopsis, no other lead was mentioned.
There wasn't one.
Surprised, I look at Sylus.
I looked up the movie last night while you were asleep. He mediated between two opposing factions and was killed in an assassination. That's how it ends.
Oh, that's a terrible movie. I think back to last night and the somber melody that played at the movie's end. So the melody wasn't out of place after all. It was our ending that diverged vastly from Castle Rojo. If you didn't come back half a year later,
That won't happen, sweetie.
Silas holds me in his arms, his low chuckle and the strong beat of his heart reverberate against my ear.
Of all the bars in all the towns in all the world, you walk into mine. From that moment on, our story was already headed for a different ending.
Oh, that was really good. I didn't think I was gonna like that much, but yeah, no, that was really good. Alright, well, I'll catch you in the next one.